Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the San Francisco 49ers. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Go. Go. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Showing up. Showing
21, 21. Here we go.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Switch, switch, switch. Joker, 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 joker.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he whips that one incomplete there.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. And in this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Here we go.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
2.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack.
Here we go.
That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
Hey, Team 6. Team 6.
59.
I got you.
Check, 59. Here we go, G. Get off the field. Sponge.
21.
No.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. Oh, Patrick Peterson, the shutdown corner, was there on the coverage.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Throwing on first down is Murray. And his throw is incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Murray again, 2nd and 10. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. Space to maneuver at the 40, as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Throwing on second down. Murray. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 38-yard line.
First down, Cardinals.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 38. Murray now to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
They go back to the ground now with Miller. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jaquiski Tartt. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Hassan Reddick gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. On second down, a run with Breida. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Flushed out right. We're scoreless after one. A first down carry now for Miller. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 23-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On second down, here's Murray. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
He's thrown 1 interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does. And that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like A check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, the big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. It's free. Take 4, take 4. Go.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Here we go. 12.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
11.
57 to Mike.
13.
From just shy of midfield, Garoppolo. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 34-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Garoppolo out wide here to Samuel. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Here we go. 180.
Stay with your man.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. 14 yards there on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
Big hit.
A gain of 14 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 25-yard line.
Here we go. 180. 21. Stay hot.
Double tight.
Stay hot.
3 down. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Stay hot.
Garoppolo gives to Breida. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Matt Breida, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? And turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Now Murray throwing on second down. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Trying to lay one up deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tavarius Moore, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now it's Breida. He juked him. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between second and 4 and second and 8 and 9.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get down.
Touchdown, 49ers! Matt Breida, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Murray now, 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here. Give him a couple on the carry there, second and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. This is Miller. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Throwing now is Murray. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. He wants it all for the end zone. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Murray. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
This is caught inside the 15. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 51 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
On 2nd and goal, Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Max Williams, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. The Cardinal offense not going anywhere. They'll stay out and go for 2.
Here we go.
Here's Murray. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful.
Cardinals 11. Dustin Hopkins set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
65.
They run again with Breida. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run with Coleman on first down. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
Here we go.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
61, box, right.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 44-yard line.
21.
57's the mic. Watch
6.
I got him.
Man open, it's Goodwin. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
12, fellas, here we go.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. Check.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Call it a pickup of 7, and it's a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Here we go.
57's the mic.
Hey, orbit.
You don't want none of that. Get it. Pick up the ball.
Now Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Murray now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
It's complete to Williams. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down.
First down, Cardinals.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
To throw again on 2nd down. Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
On 3rd down, Murray. And able to find Kirk complete. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it. So it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here we go.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And some room to work. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Lamar Miller, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
21.
Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
White.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. Now a give coming right is Breida. A gain of 3, second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Two-jet bomber. Two-jet bomber.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals' 37.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
4th down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, exit.
All right, T, let's try. All right, T. 57. Mike, 57.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Got his target, Samuel. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure.
Get ready.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Breida, he'll try the right side. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 14-yard line.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
Get him, boy.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18, the 40. He's at the 30, past the 20. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. And they'll give Miller another crack. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Lamar Miller, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Dustin Hopkins set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Black.
Check 59. Mike is 59.
Hey, wahoo.
Hey, let's get this, get this.
Hey, gun.
Come on, check, 59.
Now Garoppolo. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Back to throw, Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Here we go.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs needing to win that turnover battle. And this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far. A big reason why they lead this game.
Yeah, and I know defenses always talk about getting turnovers in bunches, getting those takeaways. 2's not a bunch, but it's plenty in this game, exactly the formula they need. And I got to tell you, partner, I like it when you think back to something I said that actually comes true. It's actually right.
That happens more often than you might think. Garoppolo now, 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Garoppolo now. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the line.